On a balmy Darwin afternoon, two apprentice chippies, Cedric and Manu, are returning from a hard day's work in heat many would find unbearable. But you won't hear these two complain. Their lives were once following an all too familiar path.
I'm in Australia's Northern Territory, Australia's top end. We're going to a place here called Palmerston. Recently, this place has been going out of control, and honestly, they're just going off there in general. It's just going off. The violent assault rate has gone up 88% in the last 10 years.
The boy was waiting with friends at the Palmerston bus exchange when four teenagers approached him.
Young people in general are facing big challenges. Aboriginal young people have a double whammy.
Theft, fighting, vandalism.
They carry all this stuff that I'm talking about, this transgenerational stuff, where the cultural frameworks that their parents, grandparents have grown up in are changing rapidly. They have got a question of identity. Who am I?
It's the sort of antisocial behaviour people in Darwin and Palmerston are all too familiar with.
Then you've got the situation of the effects of alcohol and drugs. There is an increase, definitely, of sadly, crime and misbehaviour. So for me as a bishop, there's no greater issue that I need to deal with. There are challenges, big challenges, hopeless, never. I say I'm full of hope.
Two signs of hope are Cedric and Manu, two young men breaking away from the cycle of crime and violence.
It has changed my life. I'm not just sitting at home anymore. I'm actually going out, doing something, earning some money, being able to support myself. Changed my life a lot for the better.
I've been here for about a year doing work with Tom. Really liking it. Wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for Arnie's Place or Grassroots helping me out.
They're two of the latest success stories emerging out of GAP, Grassroots Action Palmerston. GAP provides cultural programs, social emotional well-being and employment pathways for kids that ordinarily wouldn't get the chance to work. Today, they're visiting GAP's HQ, Auntie's Place, for a special catch-up.
That's the older group, the younger group, that's like our lesbians.
For many in the community, Auntie's Place is Serena Dalton's place. For nearly a decade, the respected elder, community leader and youth mentor and her fellow aunties have been a lifeline to the young Indigenous of Palmerston. One of those many kids is Bella.
What type of titles are you looking for? Just for my budget.
Here at Bunnings, I do the registers, so I serve customers. I sometimes go to the tool register. It has changed my life, I do believe. I wouldn't have been able to get this job without GAP. I've tried before and I haven't been successful. They helped with my resume, they sent it in, they helped me get ready for the interview and to dress professional and all that stuff.
Erica also has a secure job in an area she's passionate about, thanks to GAP.
I work at Smile a Mile. It's a toy library and I also do playgroups. And I go out on the truck and I go out to like all the bushes and everything where people can't come in to do the playgroups. So we take it out there. I like working with kids. I did go to school for a bit and then I stopped and then I started working. GAP got me a job through Smile a Mile.
So things looking bright?
Yep, I like it. It's going good.
We're just giving them that support and a second chance. And that's all we're doing. The rest is them. It's their hard work, it's them getting up every day, it's them going to work.
Back at Auntie's Place, Cedric and Manu and their boss Tom are having lunch with Serena and some special guests. Auxiliary Bishop Danny Marr from Sydney has travelled to Darwin with Dan Skian from GAP program partner Caritas Australia to see the work being done by GAP.
Today we've had a real blessing to go and see Grassroots Action Palmerston, who are really working with young and disadvantaged Aboriginal children. And they're really working with them around identity, building pathways into full-time employment. And it's actually been really inspirational.
You did this one, Anton. It was a warm place, a friendly place, a real motherly home for the young fellas. So I got the sense they knew them one by one, each one individually, and cared for each of their charges individually. So it was wonderful.
I wouldn't be where I am without Jesuits and Caristers. To tell you the truth, they saw something in me. I probably didn't quite have the faith in myself, but without their support and introducing me to other people and other funders and that, there's no way I'd be able to do what I'm doing now, on this level anyway.
So Tom's one of our partner employers.
GAP work collaboratively with business partners like North Australia Projects and Services to give young men like Cedric and Manu opportunities for professional development and employment.
Most of these kids come from disadvantaged backgrounds, drug, alcohol, all that sort of stuff affecting them. I think we've put through maybe 4 or 5 kids on the books from GAP, and we've had success, yeah.
And how many more kids are you hoping to take on? What's the future like?
As many as we can. As long as we keep getting work, we can put more kids on and more people on.
Cedric, you wanted to be able to build a few things, wouldn't you?
I think they could be the best asset to the community there is, yeah. If you can change them from going down the wrong path to the right path, that's everything, you know. And it shows other kids that can be done too. You come from nothing and you can make it, you know.
We're doing carpentry. I'm a year in, which is good. A year through my apprenticeship. Learning a lot. Working with Tom, it's fun.
It's good hard work, good honest work though, and I'm enjoying it. Learning a lot, trying to pick up what I can throughout the days, but it's going good.
So the work we're doing at Arnie's is definitely showing that there's hope. You know, we have moments where, you know, we wonder what we're doing, but that's shortened by some young person doing something absolutely amazing that keeps giving us hope.
Hoping to follow in the boys' footsteps are LJ and Anton.
It's good for young blokes like LJ and Anton to be seeing us boys have them inspired to start working like us, have a good attitude around them, so they just think, they know it's good, something they need to start focusing and looking towards.
But there's a long road ahead, and many have fallen along the way.
They passed away from a stabbing and they passed away from car crash.
Disengaged from their local schools, GAP is the first step to getting LJ and Anton back in the classrooms and back on track.
How many boys would come here on a...
Usually there's like 4 or 5. Culture is, especially for our Indigenous kids, is huge part. You know, a lot of our kids were growing up in urban areas and don't have that, you know, because of the stolen generation, it goes back to there. You know, they were taken away from their families, they're taken away from their country, and we offer that. And a lot of kids, you know, have just run with that and are now so proud.
Today, with the help of cultural educator Trent Lee, Bishop Danny and Dan are getting a taste of how GAP take their young men and women back to their culture.
This is our traditional way of welcoming the people of the country. It goes right back to when we were bound by our tribal lands. Our neighbouring tribes, obviously.
This morning down here at Casuarina Beach, first we did the saltwater welcome or ceremony. It is a big cultural belief. So you're introducing yourself to not only the land, but to the ancestors, because we believe that all the water is connected to every part of the land. When you've lost touch with your culture, I guess it's really important, like, to give you that sense of belonging.
All right, I'll quickly show you how we use these spears.
When you get taught, you know, how to make spears and, like, you know, throw spears and actually go hunting and stuff like that, it teaches you perseverance and patience too, because you got to be patient when you're going and looking for your spears. A whole range of different things that you're teaching them, you know, persistence, everything. You know, so yeah, more chances there. So I think I was about 11 or 12 when I first got to taught how to do this, but it took me a long time.
Oh, a bit of smoke there.
And now we can tip it into our nest.
Look at that smoke. Wow, there we go.
There we go. Get fire like that.
Oh, yeah, well, that was important, the culture. And so they get that sense of solidity. And then when an employment offer is made, and they work very hard to make sure they get the right employment option and an employer who can cope with young fellas, when that option comes in and they can get a steady job.
So the work we're doing at Arnie's is definitely showing that there's hope. Like Antonio never says 2 words. He's quiet as, hardly ever makes eye contact. But did you see him today teaching you how to do the spears? That's another kid. The pride and the knowledge he got to share with you, showing you how to chuck a spear. I was proud as.
Don't try like rope or something to the end or
bigger population.
We've loved having Bishop Denning here. I read up a lot of course, when I heard he was coming, I wanted to check out who he was, and I read up some of the amazing work that he does and realised that he is same as us and wants the same thing, so it was an absolute pleasure.
It's not easy.
I think we'd have raw fish today.
30 seconds, brother.
you will soon find out.
Thanks to Gap, Erica and Bella, Cedric and Manu have become symbols of hope. And with the support of Caritas, it's hope their example, and the example of so many others before them, shines the light for the way forward for LJ, Anton, and those to follow.
Well, Caritas, we try to be compassion in action, and I think we've seen that today. It's about relationship and education and training so that they can grow into adults in their community and hopefully future leaders. And that is the impact that we're hoping to have.
We saw that hope today. I mean, there's a resilience in the human spirit, and when people are loved and cared for, they need support, and that's the support that they're receiving. They need support to grow and to get self-confidence and to develop some good habits in life. Thank you, God, for your many blessings upon us. So that's what I think the GAP program, Auntie's Place, is providing.
Do you get emotional thinking?
I do.
What makes you emotional?
I just wish other people saw them how I do. These kids, some of them a bit lost and have got into strife and drive people crazy. But they're the most loyal, loving, give you the shirt off your back kids. Yeah.